Yeah, me. 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 Me.
We are in sharp. Charlotte, North Carolina, 2K Sports proudly brings you NBA basketball from the home of the Hornets. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Well, it was the Charlotte Hornets in their last game, losing to Philadelphia.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just
Hey.
overrun.
Missed my first shot. We let us see it.
It cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never.
This nigga 41 and 4, bro.
Necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
And on paper,
No, not Dragon.
seem like a potential blower, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Man, bro, learn your people.
Upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Here's Powell. After the basket by Charlotte. Outside, George. What a terrific move that was.
PG-13, using that length inside.
We played just over a minute here in the first. The shot's good from Halliburton.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
And here's George for three. Knocks down the three ball. George has got his third bucket of the night.
Nice rhythm to that play right there, and George was ready to.
I might win this game.
And Bamba
What
pulls
the
it
fuck?
down.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now, here's George. He's got 7. Hit the crossover.
Oh my God, they let him pass out that.
Pass to Powell. Shoots a fader.
They switched. Wow.
Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Nigga switched, but he ain't step
Early
up.
on, they looked great. They made all
Man, you gotta
4
let it
of their
game.
shots to start this game.
Looking at the Hornets, Greg, they're still in pursuit of their first trip to the NBA Finals.
And Kevin, I hope it happens soon because their fan base deserves it. They've stuck with this team through some difficult years. It's about time they get rewarded.
The shot by Powell, no good.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally
How the fuck?
after making their first 4.
Rockets leading by 4. Outside for George. And George gets the whistle that time.
Good defense.
That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Now, here is Halliburton. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
Wow, that is a strong move there to go in for the dunk.
And I like the job the defense did to not let him have it. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon Perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
Here's Powell. He takes it in. And the dunk by Powell.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's George after Charlotte getting the three. Good, nice job down low. George has got 9.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. Rockets leading by 4. Here's Powell. He has 5. Pass to Bamba. Houston moving it around. Puts the move on. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Not going to go that time. And so George will bring it up for Houston. And he drives in. And it's George finishing it off.
George, a devastating finisher with momentum behind him. He doesn't let anything get in his way on the drive. He's right to the rack.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Rebounded by Isaac. So it's the Rockets now. 6-point game. In the corner, George with it. And George with the stuff.
You know, George is unstoppable when he puts it all together like this. .153 left to play in the first quarter.
There's the drive. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebounded by Isaac.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And George gets it to go.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the new leadership in Charlotte has made it clear that it's not going in for quick fixes. The goal is sustained success, building with youth and development. Call it roster flexibility or a blank slate. But with some promising young players and more health, there's nowhere to go but up. Kevin?
Health is huge. That's the hope. Hey, David, thank you. Here's Antetokounmpo. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Here's Powell. On the wing, George. 16 points for him. Isaac a screen. Houston needs to get a shot at. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
The shot by George, no good. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Houston Rockets. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. Back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
They've also displayed a real unselfishness as a team, moving the basketball well, sharing the rock, and giving everybody a chance to participate in the offense.
Goodness, I mean, we feel those Zion dunks shake the floor.
Great, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously
Whatever was in that Ziploc bag, my boy, whatever that was pink.
Better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
And it's Williamson missing. Hornets trail by 11. In the corner, it's Hield. Over Westbrook. Hield can't hit. Now the Rockets with it. Williamson left side. And the dunk by Williamson.
Well, that's just the pure strength and explosiveness of Williamson. Easily finishes there through the contact.
Now here's Simons. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Here's Hield. Off target from three-point range. Grant on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson.
Oh, and over time, Grant has expanded his range. If he's left open from beyond the arc, he can definitely knock that shot down now.
Simons. It's rebounded by Houston. Outside Collins. Back to Williamson. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Clark, you had a chance to defend a lot of great scores in your time in the NBA.
Yeah, and I did. It wore me out too, partner. I mean, I think the attitude of those guys stands out. Their relentlessness, the skill level obviously was there, but it was the relentless pursuit of the basketball and scoring opportunities. Bernard King, Larry Bird, Alex English, Marcus Johnson was near the tail end of his prime, but he was a problem too. I mean, there were a number of guys in that. Kelly Tripucka, whoo, yeah, don't make my head spin.
Here's Simons. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Now, here's Simons. And it's denied. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Williamson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. In recent seasons, the Charlotte Hornets, Clark, have been very active in the trade market.
Well, it seems like they're always wheeling and dealing. I mean, they're on a quest for that perfect fit lineup, moving pieces around, trying to find the right recipe for success.
Now, here's Bay. Nothing on the board. They need this. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And maneuvering into position, Bay moving the needle.
To the paint. Williamson left side. to the right side. Nice follow through on the fadeaway. Williamson's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Now here's Simon. Smith grabs the miss.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the mid.
Oh, wow, my goodness.
Man.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Here's Simons. And the layup's good off the glass.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Floats it up for Williamson. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring, but let's see if he can eventually get back on track. And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Simons from outside. It's rebounded by Houston.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a...
Just pound it in! Pound it in!
Oh! How about that?
You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we were just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
Back to Simons. To halt the run. That shot no good. Houston in total control. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Charlotte calls timeout.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm so bored right now.
1:39 left here in the second. They set the screen.
Well, I am.
Fades back.
Well, I am so
Another miss by
bored.
Williamson. And so Giannis will bring it up for Charlotte. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's
Hey.
a order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. He misses the free throw. Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
It's rebounded by Houston. 51 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And some nice passing there by Houston. The Rockets again can't hit. And Bamba pulls it down.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Foul. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Giannis. Rebounded by Isaac. Right side, George.
That was illegal.
Drills it from outside. George has got 19 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
51. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Rockets ahead, delivering the blowout. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And here are the Rockets now. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. Bamba with the block.
Boy, great timing and awareness there from Bamba. He sends shots away on the daily.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down hard.
And Antetokounmpo is just fearless. I mean, hit him, knock him around, really doesn't faze him, doesn't matter. I mean, this guy is determined to get the job done, and he does.
Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And it's sent back by Isaac.
You know, he's gifted with incredible length. Isaac is almost a footer. 7 feet, that is, so he should pile up the block shot.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
But, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Back to Powell. The shot's good.
That's not a contest. Oh, my God.
Powell's got 10.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Powell. Good on the bucket. 12 points for him.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 12. Rebounded by Isaac.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Powell for 3. Hornets with the rebound. Giannis right side. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
The sheer power of Antetokounmpo goes up and throws it down hard. That is impressive.
Bamba sets a screen. Here's Powell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Paul Gasol. Houston shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Right? You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
Paul George, one of the most versatile and dynamic players in the league. I mean, he does a lot for his team offensively and defensively, which I think frees up the other guys to do their thing.
He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. That's tipped. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
And what I love about Paul George is the production, year after year after year.
It's George on the wing. Drills the three-pointer. George has got 28 points for the game.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Rockets have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. The three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And George gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Now Giannis. 14 points for him. To stop the run.
On defense, Isaac uses his length well. The shooter really has a tough time escaping his presence.
And it's Giannis missing. And it's Houston's ball. Now here's Powell. 13 points in the game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Norman.
And the Hornets call time here. The free throw drops for Powell. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Simons surveying the D. Shot clock at 6. Trying to get something going. Bamba with the block. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Here's Simons. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
Understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
There's 1:38 left in the third quarter of the game. Over to the wing. The drive by Williamson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Third personal
And
foul.
we're not used to seeing a big man like Williamson move like this. Puts defenders in a bind.
And both free throws good for Williamson. And Simons has got the ball here for Charlotte. .115 left to play here in the third. Front past the arc. That one no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Oh, what a finish!
Goodness.
The assist.
Oh, what a great game plan from them tonight. That they keep getting it to Zion, and Williamson keeps delivering.
Back to Simons. Launches a 3. He's off on that one. And the Rockets with possession here. The drive by Williamson. Highsmith. No good from outside. Here's the Hornets with the ball. Healed outside. .23 seconds left in the third. Outside, Simon. Back to Healed. There's Bay. A three-pointer, no good. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Rockets have shot 10 and a 13 from the free throw line. And the Hornets call time here. First free throw is good. That one misses. And so it's Houston enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's the Hornets with the ball. Bounce pass from Okoro. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know, he's got to take care of the ball much better than he has been. By himself, he's accounted for 4 turnovers. That's way too many.
Pass to George. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Rockets.
I love the way they're finishing, penetrating, getting downhill, taking the game to their opponents. They've been the aggressors, and that's been impressive.
And the other thing that stands out is just how well they have moved the ball. Everyone's touching it and having a chance to create. You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
And it's the Hornets with the ball. Here's Giannis.
Starting to find a rhythm from the line now as they try to... cut into this deficit.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Hornets, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
A multiple-time MVP. You know, what's really scary is that Giannis feels like he can keep getting better, and more importantly, he does the work to get better.
And so here is Houston. Powell with it. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Giannis high post. And that one, good. Giannis has got 15 points here in the second half.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
Poke loose. Gasol with it. George picks him up. Outside, out of the Kumbo. Williamson outside. And Okoro pulls it down.
Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy 2, the for sure 2. No need to make it fancy and special.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Banked in off the glass. Giannis has got 8 points here in this quarter.
You know, this is where Giannis still does most of his damage. He has the size, athleticism, and shot repertoire to hurt you inside.
And it's sent back by Isaac. And that'll be Charlotte as it goes out of bounds. Hornets retain possession. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Giannis drives in. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo is just a blur. I mean, I don't know how a 7-foot guy with that wingspan and all legs and arms can be a blur, but man, he's like a lightning bolt when he gets room to roll to the basket.
Here's George. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Isaac with the steal. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Knocks it loose. Isaac with the steal. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
Yeah, they're starting to go in the wrong direction in terms of turnovers. It's slowly becoming a problem.
Giannis inside. Clark, when you played, virtually every team had an enforcer. But that is a rare breed, it seems, in today's game.
Yeah, that's a good observation by you, I think, Kevin. I mean, a lot of teams had more than one enforcer back in the early 80s when I was playing. There's less physicality in general in the NBA today. I think that's why you see fewer enforcers in there. Oh! Great speed displayed by George on his way to the bucket. Devastating to the defense with those dunking skills of his.
Charlotte calls timeout. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Giannis dumps it down.
Sweet dime that time from Halliburton. This combo guard has really impressive floor awareness, folks.
Floats it up for Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
An elite score, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. No good from 18.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
And George, here we go.
Look, in deference to his age, he's not going to throw it down like he used to, but PG can still rock that rim.
And it's Giannis missing. And so it's Houston with it. And here is Williamson. The shake. On the wing, Isaac. Off target from outside.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That's his fourth foul of the contest. Here's Giannis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Jonathan Isaac. Regarding court layout, Clark, do you think there should be more space around the court to reduce collisions?
Yeah, part of me would say that makes a lot of sense and would be prudent. I mean, you've got to balance that with access to fans who want to be for those premium seats as close to the action as possible. But it is difficult when you see a fan collide with the players. So I think you balance it. I would like to see a little more room. Give the fans the experience and access, but maybe create a little more cushion between the playing surface and those high-priced seats.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
I tell you what, he's showing some real courage going to the reverse in that situation.
I don't think he knows you're not supposed to do that in traffic.
Well, I tell you what, don't tell him. I mean, I want to see it again.
Right side, George. And then jammed down as he goes right over Pau Gasol.
George playing strong down low. Love to see him finish with authority.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And yes, it's good. Giannis has got 31.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Houston.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for George.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And he gets the bucket.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Here's Nemo. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Now Halliburton. And here's Antetokounmpo outside. Misses the shot. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks.